Hello there, my fellow fitness enthusiasts and any fellow Canadians out there watching my video. That's right, if you didn't know, I am Canadian. I'm a Canadian native, born and bred. Actually, I'm a native person of the land who just happens to be a Canadian citizen. But, that's a long story. Anyways. So today is chest day, and when I was a kid, we used to say a prayer as we put our fingers to our forehead, then our loins, then our left chest and our right chest, and we would say, spectacles, testicles, chesticles. Well, today we're focusing on one of those holy trinity, the chesticles. So I'm not about to see an optometrist, and I don't need to see my testicle doctor. But the last time I did see my testicle doctor, he told me I might need a podiatrist. I told him, man, it's just cold today. Sorry, I like to laugh at my own jokes. But in all seriousness, there's a lot of stuff going on in Canada. And while I was working out, I figure maybe I'll go over some of it, in case any of you are interested, I don't know. Anyways, I was just reading in the news that RCMP plans to go undercover online to trap violent extremists. So I think what happened was the RCMP has an Operation Improvement Review. It was a document that has been released recently. I don't have the exact date, but the Operation Review pretty much told the RCMP that they need to step up their online undercover game. So that's what the RCMP is planning on doing. And the main reason that they're stepping this up is to fight back against violent extremists, like we said in the beginning. So these violent extremists come from all different types of places. So when Barack Obama was elected president, a lot of white supremacist extremists arose. And now that Trump has been elected not once, but twice, there's a lot more extremist groups, not just including but not limited to white supremacists, but it also includes like people that are women haters. For some reason, the word is escaping me for that one. Or just there's extreme groups about racism, women's rights. There's extreme groups about trans rights, and these are all getting pretty bad because of the not just the Trump's election, but just because of current events happening in our province right now. Me as a native person, I've experienced lots of the racism extremists. A lot of them trying to say that their taxes pay for our treaty rights, which is just wrong. That's a whole nother video. I'm not going to go into that right now. But I don't know. What do you guys think about all this? Because I think I agree. I think the RCMP does need to step up their online undercover presence, because there's not just extremists, but there's also bullying and stuff like that. And like, if you can get to it early with these kids doing online bullying, then maybe maybe it'll have a butterfly effect. And then when those kids are older, they won't be racist anymore. But who knows? That's just the ideas of some guy working out in his basement. But if you're watching the workout, I started off with the dumbbell bench flies, and now I'm doing the most awkward bench press ever. I have a new power rack, which is awesome. And I'm saying that my bench press is awkward because I don't have J-hooks for the barbell. So I'm pretty much resting the barbell on the safety hooks and then squeezing myself underneath it. It's kind of ridiculous. But I'm getting paid soon, and I'm ordering the J-hooks, so you can laugh now, but you won't be laughing later. Anyways, back to some current events. There was this lady in Ontario. I totally spaced out on the name, and she's not just a lady, she's a doctor, okay? So she's a doctor something. Can't remember her name. If you guys remember her name, leave it in the comments. But this doctor in Kingston, Ontario, was celebrated for organizing drive-through vaccinations that helped thousands get COVID shots at the height of the pandemic. But now the government is ordering her to pay back more than $600,000 in fees for those services that she offered. She even got an award. She got an award for being an outstanding citizen, something like that. Some cool award for doing all of this back in 2021. But fast forward 3 years back to 2024, now she's getting in trouble for it. So, not really trouble, but she's just getting charged the money that she was supposed to pay in order to provide those services. So if she wants to help people, now she has to pay for it. So now she has to put her money where her generosity is. Generosity isn't cheap, but people appreciate it. So, maybe if she starts a GoFundMe, send her a few bucks, and that way it'll all work out. I can't remember her name, but I appreciate everything she did. Even though I don't really know anyone in Ontario, that's my people. That's my country, yo. My citizens. So, yeah. Hopefully she can earn $600,000 through GoFundMe or donations or something. Because it would suck for her to lose her business, her house, and care of her family, just because she wanted to help out people get COVID shots. And these days a lot of people don't really agree that COVID shots were a good thing, but at those times, in the height of everyone being so freaking scared, that was a very nice thing that lady did. But anyways, in other news, So in other news, I was just reading about the Alberta pension, what is it? So there's a company called AIMCO, which is the Alberta Investment Management Corporation. So this Alberta Investment Management Corporation is in charge of Alberta pensions. So if you're a person in Alberta who's been working and saving up a pension, this is the company that manages your funds. So AIMCO, which was founded or created in 2007, it was specifically barring MLAs from serving on the fund manager's board to ensure independence from the government. But a cabinet order this week temporarily undid that rule. So for about 17 years, this company has been able to operate without being controlled by the government. But now, because of Danielle Smith, anyways, what does she have to do with it? What does Danielle Smith have to do with it? It says, the distance between the politicians and the pension investors shrank substantially this week when Finance Minister Nate Horner took the unprecedented step to remove the entire independent board of AIMCO, name himself the temporary one-man board, and fire CEO Evan Siddall. So, that's Nate Horner. And if you guys don't know, Nate Horner is the Finance Minister of Alberta. So, now the Alberta government is in control of the Alberta pension. And what else is going on with the Alberta pension? With AIMCO, the Teachers Union of Alberta has recently decided to put most of their, money into the AIMCO. So now AIMCO has control of the teachers, like the provincial teachers fund. I'm not sure. I'm really bad. I'm just starting to get into reading news, so sorry for being a bad explainer, but the person that we're talking about right now is in 2020, I think this is all happening because in 2020, AIMCO, the public pension manager for AIMCO, lost $2.1 billion in a risky bet on market volatility. So basically they lost it in like the stocks or something. They made a bad investment with $2.1 billion. And it says that then Premier Jason Kenney was not to blame because the government wasn't involved in the pension. So I'm not sure what's happening. Is it that the citizens want more government control on the pension? Is it the government that wants more control on the pension? And are they trying to gain more control because they think that's what citizens want? I don't know. All I know is I don't really save money for a pension, but I should start soon. So, good thing I'm starting to read these news articles. And lastly, in other news, there's Donald Trump got elected president, and he's probably going to be imposing some tariffs on trade between Canada and America, which is messed up because Canada probably takes about 20% of America's produce. Everything that the US produces, Canada probably takes about 22%. Now, of everything that Canada produces, which is mostly energy products, the US uses about 70%. So the US is paying lots of tariffs in order to get our products, and now the US wants to start making more money on the products that Canada receives from them. But all I can say to that is that the US should probably show how valuable they are to us and provide more things to the Canadian government for us to put more money and invest more money into their economy, rather than bullying us and making us pay more for less. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion. But anyways, that's my workout video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I tried to talk less about my personal issues and more about current events, so hopefully you guys enjoy it more. Peace.